those were both really amazing speeches. And now here's some schmuck with a guitar. I've had a request to play Freebird. I said no. I was really excited when they asked me to come and say something / play something right up until I got here. This is by a significant margin the largest number of people in strange robes and funny hats I've ever played to. I like you all, so I'm going to tune this guitar. So my name's Jeremy. I'm a WGU graduate with a degree in business. I never thought that I would have a bachelor's degree. I mean, like, ever. I thought that I wouldn't have a bachelor's degree to such a degree that I had decided that not only did I not need one, but that it wasn't particularly cool to have one. The self-justification. I graduated from college last June, and it's really transformed my life. WGU is a tool. It's like a relationship and a family and a key to something. It's just blown me away. I had been applying for jobs for 6 months before my degree with no offers. And before that, I had spent a year and a half just sort of hitting that ceiling, you know, where suddenly the problems that you're being given have consequences that are too expensive for failure to give to someone who has had no training. So my boss suggested, why don't you go back to school? And I scoffed and rolled my eyes really hard. And then I thought about it. And someone suggested WGU. I said, those online universities with their profits and their parties, and I don't know what they do. I have no idea what it's like. And someone said, no, they're nonprofit. They're not for profit. And I said, what? And I looked into it. And the more I looked into it, the more interested I got. And so finally I said, you know what? I'm the kind of person who can change my life. So I signed up, and I'm also the kind of person who's really punishingly cynical. So I spent a year and a half waiting for the other shoe to drop, that they were going to stick me with some fees for something, some kind of crazy bill. It never dropped. WGU is a one-shoe institution. 2 weeks after graduating, I was deciding between 2 amazing job offers. So I have a great job now. It's transformed my whole life. It's transformed my life in terms of what I've proved about myself, and it's transformed my life in terms of what I'm actually making, because it's a big difference. I want to say thank you so much to my amazing wife, with whom none of this would be possible. My biggest cheerleader. And I wrote a song about WGU, and you're going to sit there and listen to it. Well, the tuition is flat rate, and it's competency-based. I never have to wait, because I learn at my own pace. My books are online too, and my courses come to me. And that's why WGU Washington works. You see, the staff's great too. They help me through. They're accredited by the NWCCU. I'm working too while earning my degree, and that's why WGU Washington works for me. Thank you. So that's my WGU song, and that's my WGU story. But I'm so passionate about this school. When I was in 10th grade, I failed my math in high school. I failed, and I was held back a year. And what I learned is that the educational system that we've developed in this country sees failure as something to be punished and not something to be harnessed. I still have dreams where it's the third day of school and I've forgotten to go to my math class and I don't have my books and I'm already behind. Anybody else have school dreams? Late for your exam dreams? I think it says something that our education system produces a certain subset of nightmares that people are known to have for the rest of their life. You know, WGU, they're reshaping education. The average college graduate in this country leaves university with $25,000 in debt. And there's this amazing narrative about starting from the ground up in America, which I love, but we're starting people out in the basement. You got to work to get to the ground level. So I'm so in love with what WGU has done for me and is doing, because people are starting to copy this. University of Washington is starting to copy this. People are copying this everywhere because they're understanding that maybe the student shouldn't serve the institution. Maybe the institution should serve the student. So I wrote a second song, and the second song, there's only two. This is the last song. But this song is for all of you dressed in blue with your funny hats. And this song is about that mirror moment, because we love to get together and celebrate this, and we should celebrate this, but this is not possible without that moment where you looked in the mirror and you said, I can change my life. I am the kind of person who can do that. And that moment's not celebrated. We don't have a big party for that moment. But that moment makes this moment possible. And more importantly, makes all the moments after this possible. Because this is not the end. It's the end of one thing, but this is not being done. And what's going to fuel you as you go from here is that mirror moment. So this is my commencement song for you guys. A moment to savor, a small piece of paper, a cap and a gown and a cheer. And then you'll continue, there's nothing new in you from the person who got yourself here. There's no magic equation or slick transformation that changes your life on this day. It's perfectly clear, it's a knuckle-down spirit that testifies you'll be okay. So raise a glass, you've been busting your hump. You passed your last class and you kept your eyes front. Now life will go on and you'll lean upon the person who got yourself here. For school I'm not willing to pay for old buildings. Their upkeep just isn't my dream. I suspect you're mistaken to think education is helped by a good football team. See, the world is our classroom. We've studied in bathrooms and bedrooms and buses and bars. We're just interested in what we've invested, 'cause in the end that's all that's ours. So raise a glass, you've been busting your hump and you passed your last class and you kept your eyes front. Now life will go on as you lean upon the person who got yourself here. You're the person who got yourself here.